Morning, children. Welcome to today's class. So, in the last week, you have completed your SA1 exam, I think, is it not? So, I hope all the children have done well in the exam. Okay, now in this class, we'll move to the next chapter now. We'll continue with the lessons. We'll go to the next chapter. Okay, so in this chapter, we are going to study about the food, and if we don't have the food properly, what kind of diseases we get, what kind of food we have to eat, at what time we have to eat, how much we have to eat, all those things we'll discuss in this today's class. Okay, so we'll start the new lesson, that is nutrition and disease. We'll move to the new lesson, that is nutrition and disease. Nutrition and disease. Okay, so you all know that our body, it works all the time. So from the morning till in the night, even if we are asleep also, even we are sleeping also, our body works like a machine to keep us alert, active, healthy. So it will be working all the time. So it is not that whenever we want, it works. So when we walk, run, jump, play, sleep, even at that time also it will be working. So it acts like a machine. Our body can be compared to the machine, so which will be working all the time to keep us alert, active, and healthy. So I said, even when we are asleep, when we are sleeping also, some of our body parts work. Okay, so for example, heart, if you take the heart, so even when we are asleep also, it is beating, it will be working, it beats and it pumps blood to all the parts of the body. It pumps blood to all the parts of the body. Okay, and one more example, lungs. Okay, so even when we are asleep also, it works all the time and it helps us in breathing. It helps us in breathing. Okay, so even when we are asleep also, our body parts does not stop working, so it continues working even when we are asleep also. So our body does not take rest even for a moment, even for a single minute, it will not take rest. So continuously, without any disturbance or without anyone giving instruction, it will be working. So in the last class you studied, so nobody will give the instruction for the heart or the lungs or for the intestines to digest, to do their work. Nobody is going to remind. So it works all the time, continuously it works without stopping even for a moment, and it does not stop. So continuously it will be working. So if anything, if any machine, it might be, if we take, so if it is continuously working without rest, and if you are not giving any fuel for that, so it may stop working or it may get injured, it may fall sick, is it not? So even our body also, if we are not giving proper fuel for that, if we are not feeding properly, so sometimes even our body also may fall sick, or sometimes we get injured, we become unhealthy. Okay, so our body needs fuel, our body needs something from which we will get energy, so that our body will be continuously working without taking any rest. Okay, so what is that energy? In what form we get the energy? Okay, so the energy what our body should get in order to work, in order to keep us active, healthy, so free from diseases, food is the fuel, you can say. Okay, food is the fuel, food is the energy what our body should get, so that it will work all the day. Okay, so this food what we take, it provides energy for our body, it gives energy for our body, so that energy we will use it to carry out different work, different functions of the body. So the food what we eat gives energy. Okay, so food can be compared, or it can be called as a fuel for our body. Now, I told you that our body works like a machine, is it not? Now, suppose if you take the electrical appliances like the washing machine or the fridge or the television. So, only when you switch on the electric supply for that, when you provide the electric supply for that, then only it will start working. So, when you stop, even that machine also stops working, is it not? Or vehicles, you may take the example. So, when you put the petrol or the diesel, when you fill the vehicle with that, then only it will start working or it will continue working. So otherwise it is going to stop. So even like that, so I told you our body can be compared to the machine. So even for that also we need food. So you can compare that as the fuel. The food what we eat can be compared as the fuel. Okay, so it acts like fuel for our body. How for the machines we give fuel, like that food acts like the fuel for our body. So what happens when we eat the food, when we take in the food, so the food inside our body, it burns, okay, and it releases energy. It releases energy. It makes our body warm. It releases energy, and that energy only we will use to do different works. Okay. So it not only gives energy for our body, it also protects us from diseases. It protects our body from diseases. Okay. Protects us from diseases. So why we need food? Okay. So it protects us from diseases and it helps to recover easily. Recover easily. Suppose by chance if we fall sick also, if we are eating the proper food, so it recovers our body easily. It keeps our body warm and helps in the growth of our body. Okay. So every year our body grows. So for that growth, we need this food. So it also helps in the growth. So it protects us from diseases. It recovers. Suppose by chance, if we fall sick also, it recovers from diseases and it helps in the growth and it keeps our body warm. Okay. So for all these things, we need food. So in general, to be healthy, to be far away from diseases, to prevent us from diseases, we need food. It is not only for the energy to do the work, to carry out the work. So for all the other reasons also, we need food. Okay. Now, when I say that we need food, it is not that whatever food we want, we can eat. Whenever we want, we can eat. How much ever we want, we can eat. No, is it not? So, it is important to eat the right kind of food. The right kind of food at proper time, and proper quantity. At proper quantity. Okay. So it is not that all the time I need only the outside food. I don't want the fruits, vegetables, what the mother has prepared. It is not like that. You cannot choose. Or you cannot say, I will have only in the morning, afternoon, I will skip evening and skip only in the night I will eat. No. And proper quantity. So morning only I will have whatever I wanted to have in the afternoon. I don't want in the afternoon, I will skip. No. So this is very, very important. So the food I said, it should be in the right kind, proper time and proper quantity. So if you follow this, right kind at the proper time, at the proper quantity, so your body will be fit and fine, it will be healthy, it will be active, it will be alert, it will be free from diseases. So if you follow this, your body will be in a healthy condition. Okay. So proper food at the right kind, proper time and proper quantity is very, very important. It is not only this, along with the food what we eat. So as I said, if our body is continuously working, if it does not get rest, so it feels tired. So then also it becomes sick. So we need rest. Our body, along with the food what we eat, our body also needs rest, proper rest at proper time. Okay, and then hygiene. Proper hygiene, that means cleanliness. I said you have to eat right kind at proper time and proper quantity. If you are not maintaining your hands, your body in a hygiene way, in a cleanliness, in a clean way, then you may be affected by the diseases. So it is not only following the proper food, but the rest and the hygiene, cleanliness also is very, very important along with this. Okay, so apart from this rest, hygiene and proper food, even exercises, even proper exercises, physical exercise also is important for our body to be fit and fine. Okay, okay. So in this lesson, we'll study about the food now. Okay, so later we'll discuss about the rest, hygiene and exercises. The first topic we'll study about the food now. So as I said, I should have the right kind of food, proper time, proper quantity. You know that proper time is morning you have to have the breakfast, afternoon you have to have your lunch, evening some snacks, night dinner. This you all will follow proper time and proper quantity, as I said. So how much hour is needed for your body, you have to eat. So you are not supposed to eat more, you are not supposed to eat less. So that also affects our body. Okay, so if you have the food more or if it is less also, it causes diseases. So it should be in the proper quantity. And then right kind of food. So as I said, this is very, very important. Right kind of food is very, very important. What are the kinds of food you have to eat? Okay, we'll study about that now. Okay, so what should our food contain? In our diet, the food what we eat is called as diet. Okay, so what diet our food should contain? We'll see that. Okay, yes. So the food, whatever we eat, should contain nutrients. Should have proper nutrients, so that this nutrients, whatever we are eating, will help us to live healthy life. It helps our body to stay alive, to live. Okay, now what is this nutrients? What does it mean? It is the substance which is present in the food. Okay, nutrient means it is a substance which is present in the food, which will make our body healthy, which will fight against the diseases suppose we get also, which will help in the growth of our body, which will protect or which will help to the cells, whatever we get damaged, it will repair the cells, whatever it has got damaged. Okay, so they are called as nutrients. Understood? So these are the substance present in the food which is going to give all those things, which is protecting our body from the diseases. It will help us in growth. It will build our body. It will give strength for the muscles. It will keep our body warm. So all these things, those substances are called as nutrients. Okay, that are present in our food. So basically our body needs 5 kinds of nutrients, 5 types of nutrients. So what are the 5 kinds of nutrients we'll study? Okay, so the first one is proteins. Second one is carbohydrates. Second nutrient is carbohydrates. Third one is fats. Okay. Fourth one is vitamins, and fifth one is minerals. So these are the 5 main nutrients which our food should contain. What are those? Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals. So these are the 5 nutrients which our body should contain. Okay. So along with this 5, the other 2 are also very, very important. Okay. So they are water and 7th is roughage. Seventh is roughage. So these are the nutrients which our body needs. Okay. So main in that proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins vitamins and minerals are necessary. Okay. Yes. Now I said the nutrients are necessary for our body. So what are these nutrients? For what it is useful? How it is helpful? And what are the food sources which contains this? We'll study. Okay. It is necessary that we should have the food from all the groups. It is not that I like only food which contains proteins. So I want only proteins. I don't want the other four. You cannot choose from the list. Okay. So our food should contain all the 5 nutrients in the right amount. Okay. So you cannot choose from any group. And one food can contain more than one nutrient. One food can contain only one nutrient in it. Other examples I will give you which contains more than one nutrient in it. It is not necessary that one food should contain only one nutrient. So it can have more nutrient also. Okay. So if we don't have properly, if we don't have all these nutrients in our diet properly, so we may suffer from diseases. Okay. So you understood these 5 nutrients which our body needs. Okay. Now we'll discuss one by one what are these nutrients, how it is useful, what are the food which contains this. Okay. So we'll study about the proteins now. We'll discuss about the proteins, why this protein is necessary, how it is useful. Okay. So these proteins help us to grow. Help us to grow. This food which contains protein help us to grow, and it is also going to build and repair the worn out tissues or damaged tissues. Worn out tissues. Okay. And then next point is it is going to give strength for the muscles. It is going to give strength for the muscles. It is going to give strength for the muscles. Okay. So what is the work of the proteins? It helps us in the growth. That means every year your height, weight, your body will grow. Is it not? It is not the same as you are grown. You are not the same as when you are grown. So every year your height, weight, the growth is increasing every year. Is it not? So this proteins, the food which contains protein will help in the growth of our body. And then build and repair the worn out tissues. That means you know that our body contains cells which is helpful in the functioning of the different works which takes place in our body. Suppose we fall down, we get hurt. Okay. So in that damaged part where we have got hurt, the cells, whatever is there, it will all get dead. The cells in that, it will die, it will get dead. So again, new cells should be formed in that place so that it will help in the functioning of the body. So this proteins will help in that. So worn out, it is going to help to build and repair the worn out tissues or cells, you can say. Tissues or even cells. So if we get hurt or if we fall and we hurt, so or while using the knife, if we get hurt, so in those places the cells would be dead. So in order to get repaired, so new cells should be formed in that place. So the food which contains proteins will help in that. Okay. And then even it gives strength for the muscles. Okay. So that is why these proteins are called as, since it helps in the growth, so it is called as bodybuilding food. It is called as bodybuilding food. It helps in the growth. So that is why it is called as bodybuilding food. Now, what are the food items which contains proteins are? So proteins are contained in meat, fish, milk, beans, okay, milk, beans, pulses, eggs. Eggs. So all these food contains protein in them. So if we have the food which contains protein, it helps in the growth, it helps to build and repair the organ tissues, and it gives strength for the muscles when we are sick. Okay, so that is why, since it helps in the growth, it is called as body building food. Okay, and since the young people, young children, so they need this proteins more, because it is for them who needs growth, is it not? So rather than the adults, the young children should have the proteins, food which contains proteins in their food, so that it will be helpful for their growth. Okay, so this is about the first nutrient, proteins. Okay. Yes. Now we'll move to the second nutrient, carbohydrates. Second nutrient is carbohydrates. We'll move to the second nutrient now. So second one is carbohydrates. So like proteins, even this carbohydrates is also very, very important for us. So this is also an important nutrient. So this carbohydrates is present in sugar and starch. This carbohydrates is present in sugar and starch. So this is the simplest form of the carbohydrates. That means it is easily digestible. The food which contains carbohydrates, it is easily digestible. Easily digestible. It helps to digest easily. It is easily digestible. Okay. So this digestion, as soon as we eat the food, the digestion begins from the mouth. So, and the saliva present in the mouth will help in the digestion. Okay. So this carbohydrates, it also gives energy for our body. So if we have the food which contains carbohydrates, it gives energy for our body. So that is why this carbohydrate is called as energy giving food. Okay, so this carbohydrate is called as energy giving food because it gives energy to our body. It is called as energy giving food. Okay. So since it gives energy and we use energy to do all the work, so our food should contain more amount of carbohydrates in it. Okay. So because to do all the work we need energy, and this carbohydrates only gives energy. So large amount of food should contain carbohydrates in it. So what are the food which contains carbohydrates are the grains, whole grains, ragi, wheat, okay, grains, then bread, corn, starch, I told you, no, fiber-like thing, corn, then fruits or fruit juices you can have, honey, peas, okay, and then potatoes, and then grapes. All fruits, especially grapes, has high source of carbohydrates, rich in carbohydrates. So if you eat all this, so our body will have carbohydrates, which will give energy for our body, which we use it to do the work. Okay. So this is the second nutrient which our body needs, that is carbohydrates. Usually it is in the form of sugar and starch. Starch is nothing but the fiber-like substance, as I said, in the corn you have. Okay, so it is easily digestible and it begins in the mouth when it combines with saliva. And since it is energy giving food, our food should contain more of carbohydrates. So grains, bread, corn, juices, honey, peas, potatoes, and grapes, all these contains carbohydrates in it. Okay. Yes. Now we'll move to the third nutrient, that is fats. Third nutrient is fat. So this fat, it makes the food tasty. It adds nutrient for the food and it makes the food tasty. Okay. So like carbohydrate, even this also gives energy. It gives energy to our body. Okay. So it is not the same. So how much carbohydrates will give? It gives double energy of that. Okay. It gives energy double than that of the carbohydrates. Got it? So then, so if we eat this food which contains fat, so we have to do regular exercise. Just sitting in a place having, it is not advisable, because the fats, it is not easily digestible. So if we are not converting that in the form of energy and doing work, the extra fat will get stored in our body. Okay. So if we are not using that fat properly, if we are consuming fat and if you are not converting it into the energy, and if you are not using that energy properly, then it will get stored in our body. The fat will get stored in our body. Okay. So once it gets stored in our body, it is as I said, it is not easily digestible. Then a person will become overweight. He will gain weight and he will become fat, more fat. So he will become overweight. So that condition, or you can say it as the person will become obese, or he has got obesity. That condition is called as obesity. When you get that, so when the extra fat will get settled in our body, if it is stored in our body, if we are not utilizing that fat properly, then it will get stored in our body, and then it can lead for a person to become overweight, and that condition is called as obesity. Then it will be difficult for a person to get it digested. So we have to have the fat, but at the same time we have to do the work so that that extra fat will not get stored. It will all get digested and we use it in the form of energy. Okay. So it not only gives energy, it keeps our body warm. Okay. Otherwise our body would be cold and we would not sustain the weather. Okay. So it also helps our body to keep warm. Okay. So what are the food which contains this is oil, butter, ghee, nuts, butter, ghee, nuts, cheese. So these are the things which has fats in it. Okay. So we have to have, it is not that, the extra fat will get stored in our body, then we should not eat oil, we should not eat ghee. It is not that. So one use of it is it gives energy, and the other one is it keeps our body warm, is it not? So it is not that completely you have to reduce. You have to have the fat, at the same time you have to exercise, you have to use that so that it will give energy for your body and it will not get stored. Once the fat gets stored, only this condition will occur. Otherwise, it is useful. It is much needed. Like other nutrients, even this fat is also much needed. Okay. So these are the things which contain oils, butter, ghee, nuts, cheese. As I said, oil all the time having this fried items, oily items, it is not advisable. But for our body, some quantity of oil is needed, ghee is needed, butter is needed, cheese is needed. You cannot avoid completely saying that, oh, I'll become fat, fat will get stored in our body. But for our body to keep warm, this is needed, is it not? So this it helps to keep our body warm. So that is why this fat is necessary. Okay. And then it also protects our body from injuries. If we have the fat content, it also protects the inner delicate organs like the bones. Okay. It protects delicate organs. It protects delicate organs like bones. Okay, the fat will get covered over our body, so it will get stored. Okay, so it will get stored in our body, and so that is why if the person who are very fat, so if they fall also, their bone will not get injured, their bone will not get fractured, because it will be covered. This fat is going to protect their body. So rather than the people who are thin, so the fat people, they will not get injured easily when they fall down. That means they will not get their bones fractured or broken. Okay, so this is about the fats. So these are the three nutrients which it's necessary. In the next class, we will study about the other two nutrients, vitamins, minerals, along with that water and roughage. Okay, so this in this chapter you have studied why the food is necessary for us, what kind of food we have to eat, and what time you have to eat. So three nutrients we have discussed today. Here I will stop the class. Tomorrow in the next class, I'm going to give you I'll do the other two nutrients. So homework also, assignment also, I'm going to give it. Once I complete the other two nutrients, I'm going to give you the assignment also. Okay, children, thank you.